So, friends, good morning to you, and I again welcome you all in this class of video lecture. And this is MA Previous English Literature, and we have been doing a very famous poem written by John Donne. The title of the poem is Valediction Forbidding Morning. So, we have done two stanzas. So today we come to the third stanza, and before I come to the third stanza, for the sake of revision, I again read out stanza 1 and 2. So I quote, as virtuous men pass mildly away and whisper to their souls to go, while some of their sad friends do say, the breath goes now, and some say no. So let us melt and make no noise, no tear floods, nor sigh tempests move. It were profanation of our joys to tell the laity are loud. Right? So laity here refers to the common man, the ordinary man of society or the world itself. So, just as virtuous people are not afraid of death, they pass away quietly and ask their souls to depart from this world without crying and mourning. In the same way, they should bid farewell to each other and they shouldn't cry, right? So today I come to the third stanza that is very famous, and it gives us a glimpse of entire metaphysical poetry, since Donne has been a metaphysical poet. So in this stanza we come across some of the very famous metaphysical conceits and imagery. I read, moving of the earth brings harms and fears. Man reckon what it did and meant, but repetition of the spheres, though greater, far, is innocent. So the poet says, the lover says, moving of the earth as during an earthquake causes harms and gives rise to great fears and threats. You know, friends, when the earth moves during earthquakes, these are natural disasters, the natural havocs which causes calamities. So the lover says, moving of the earth as during an earthquake cause harm and give rise to great fears. And when they take place, what happens? That we, the people, calculate the damage. When it passes away, we calculate the damage. But the movement of the spheres, though much greater, causes no damage, and people are not afraid of it. The poet says that we people are concerned only with the movement of the earth during earthquakes, right? But the movement of the spheres which take place in space is far more important and greater, but we are not concerned with that. The space is infinite, this cosmos has been, beyond measurement. So there are consistent movement of spheres, of stars, of comets in the cosmos. This you could take as cosmology. When we read Milton's Paradise Lost, we come across the cosmic plan of Milton as depicted in the Bible, and that is also depicted in the Paradise Lost. So, and it are, friends, you can relate these information uh, to be, you can take this part of the poem as a reflection of the contemporary world of science and knowledge. It was the 17th century Europe where some new learning, some new advancement was taking place, looking to the emergence of science, emergence of astronomy, emergence of navigation, since it was the time of the Renaissance. So John Donne also reflects the contemporary times, which was full of advancement of knowledge and all that. So the poet says, we people are concerned only with the moving of the earth, but we are not concerned with the moving of spheres which take place in space. So, and that moving of the spheres causes no damage, and people are not afraid of it because they are unaware of it. Why don't we take care of that? Because we are unaware what happens in space, what happens in cosmos, right? But are moving in the same way. You see the comparison made by the lover. He compares their departure, he compares their moving to the movement of the spheres, not to the movement of the earth, right? But our moving is greater than that of the earth. It is like the trepidation of the spheres, trepidation, movement of the spheres, that is oscillation of the earth around its planets. This trepidation does not do any harm to mankind, as the oscillation of the earth is harmless, so is this parting of ours.